Alright, hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be discussing one of the most expensive hip-hop sneaker collaborations that have ever existed. I'm sorry if I look a little sick. I am sick, but we're still going to persevere and do this video because just like Michael Jordan, when he had the flu, scoring 38 points, shows that you can do anything, you know, even make a video. I'm not trying to equate myself to Michael Jordan, but you know. Anyway, so right off the top, I just want to say we're not going to be discussing Kanye or Travis or other like stalwarts within the sneaker industry itself. We're only going to be discussing other hip-hop artists around that you may not have heard of and the ones that are super expensive. So let's get to it. Starting off, the first one, which was the first hip-hop collaboration with sneakers anyway, is Run DMC, which happened in 1986. Right off the back of Michael Jordan's first collaboration. Run DMC was the first hip-hop group to get their own sneaker collaboration. And it was their song, My Adidas, was actually inspired by a poem by Dr. Diaz, who had a poem called Felony Sneakers, where he felt like inner city youth kids were misguided by a lot of materialism and were like too into sneakers, and that led to a lot of crime, which was, you know, I guess, an opinion. Run DMC came out with a song to counter that and say that, you know, sneakers were a form of self-expression. And of course, Adidas got onto that and sponsored them and started what was the first hip-hop sneaker collaboration ever to exist. So right now, you can find the 1986 Superstars somewhere online for a relatively lower price. I'd say somewhere around $450, which isn't that much compared to the other sneakers on this list. But I think it's important to mention because it was the first and most prominent sneaker collaboration that happened at the time. Second one is definitely Pharrell. We have to talk about Pharrell because he is by far the most influential figure in music and sneakers. We honestly should have a completely separate video for Pharrell altogether. But I think with his most recent release, Cash In Cash Out, and him getting inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame with Chad Hugo, who was his writing partner on the Neptunes, you know, he's definitely moved into a much more legendary status over the last couple of years. And his collaboration with Chanel on the NMDs is something that really stands out as one of his most prominent collaborations with legendary designer Karl Lagerfeld. That sneaker goes up to around $6,000, which is one of his most expensive collections. He is also dropping another pair soon, which Pusha T wore at a concert recently. So I'm looking forward to more details about that as well. One second, I'm dying. I don't know when Jack Harlow kind of became the it guy in pop culture, but suddenly he just transformed into like one of the hottest hip-hop acts, and he started ending up everywhere, especially with his most recent album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, which honestly wasn't that great as far as albums go. I thought it was okay, but the production was kind of like not as inventive, and lyrically he wasn't as strong as well. I thought some of his other earlier tracks like Sundown or Automatic were much better than the tracks that he did on this album. But he's still definitely like one of the top artists in the game right now. But I think he gets away with a lot because he's pretty and charming.
So, what's your type?
My type?
Mm-hmm.
Dark hair.
But besides that, he has dropped New Balance has released a line of 550s as a collaboration with Come Home, I Miss You. Come Home, The Kids Miss You. Come Home. Who misses? Come Home, The Kids Miss You. Which Jack Harlow teased on his Instagram. The release date is still to be announced, but when that comes, we'll have more information about it. But Jack Harlow has always been a New Balance guy ever since the beginning. You know, he's always repped New Balance, had a lot of New Balance product placement in his videos, being a brand ambassador for the brand. Some of it was very outright, like in the music video of Nail Tech, where his legs were hanging out of the Tesla, like what's up. And also some more subtle references where in the same video, he also played Steve Jobs, who was a big New Balance guy himself, you know, wore a lot of 550s and 990s. So subtle sort of like tip of the hat to the OG. So I'm happy to see if Jack Harlow's co-sign of New Balance will sort of help revive New Balance's brand. As sort of, it isn't considered a brand that has a lot of prestige or hype as much as Jordans or Yeezys, but to have a cosign from an up-and-coming artist like Jack Harlow, who can go on to be like a really big artist in the future, I'm very excited to see how that affects the New Balance brand. Next up, when it comes to like limited releases, there are a lot that we could mention, especially like the Macklemore Jordan 6s, only 25 were made. Those easily go to around 25,000 a pop. DJ Khaled's Jordan 2s, which again was a limited friends and family release, as well as some that they released on a raffle as well. Those could be in contention, but definitely one of the rarest, one of the most exclusive sneakers that you could find are the Wu-Tang Dunks, which is a yellow and black high top Dunks with the Wu-Tang logo embroidered all over it. I think they only made about 36 pairs of it, which is a reference to, of course, the 36 Chambers of Shaolin, and the name of their debut album as well. And I can't even tell you the price on this, because even if you can find it, I don't know how much money people, if you had it, why would you sell it, and how would you price it? And if you wanted to buy it, like, why would you want to buy it? Like, there's you know, buy something else, you know, buy an island, private jet. Sorry, this sounds like Jeffrey Epstein's wet dream, but don't buy those things. Buy something. Buy the Wu-Tang Dunks. Buy those things instead. And lastly, when we're talking about the most expensive sneakers ever in terms of a collaboration with a hip hop artist, you have to mention Eminem's collaboration with Carhartt. Carhartt? How do you pronounce it? Carhartt? You have to mention Eminem's collaboration with Carhartt and Jordan 4, which is by far the most expensive sneaker ever, which was again a limited release that only sold, that there were only 10 pairs for friends and family, and the rest were like auctioned off on eBay, which raised, I think, close to around $250,000, which made it like the second most successful auction ever for sneakers, second to the Nike Air Mags that Michael J. Fox auctioned off, which got 5.6 million for the Parkinson's Foundation. But this was also auctioned off for Marshall Mathers' charity, the Marshall Mathers Foundation. It's part of the Michigan State University's Community Music Center, and helped students get enrollment in there. So, I mean, these are still selling on the resale market for a lot of money, but if I had to guess a price, I would say around $30,000 to $35,000, which comes out to, can somebody calculate real quick? Like, what is it? $35,000? My brain is not working right now. So, which comes out to around 28 lakhs. Anyway, that was the end of our list. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if my face was, you know, this, but thank you for watching. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me you love me and that I have your validation. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep at night, man. It's a rough world out there.
Let's take you to the doctor. Come. It's your appointment time.
Okay, thanks.